Hello lovelies, I am in my studio today and of course I am taking some photos. This is why I have my little prop all set up for my photos. But today I thought let's just talk about the brand recognition, because I do get asked that quite a lot and it's something I really struggled with at the start. So let's answer some questions as I'm painting a little bit for something else I'm doing for one of my props, and then we can get on from there. Now, at the start of this video, you will have seen that I showed you my beautiful pink display that I'm going to be using for a photo shoot. And I do have my brush here in my hand along with some paint, and I am painting this as I'm talking and going through this video. So it's just a casual video and we're just going to be talking about how I started, getting my brand kind of recognized and what I think you could do to get your brand recognized. Now, there's many things you could do. If you had money, you could just hire a brand expert to help you along the way. But let's be honest, most new businesses do not have that. And I definitely didn't have that. And the mistake I made at the start is really just not understanding where I wanted everything to go. So my first suggestion would be to you, do something that is totally free for yourself. Go and sit down and write a business plan. You can just get a 5-cent exercise book and just start to write in it, where you want to go, how much money you can invest. That might be $2, it might be $50, it might be nothing. It doesn't matter. Basically, you just need a bit of a plan on where you want to be in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and so on. Or, do you want this to be a business that moves or not? So once you understand that, then you can start to understand your brand. And for me, it took me a long time because I really didn't have everything down pat what I wanted. I knew I wanted pink. I knew I wanted it feminine and quite girly with sort of vintage patterns, but I was honestly talked out of it from the start. And I've talked about this quite sometimes. And honestly, I really was talked out of it. So my suggestion is, number one, believe in yourself and find the brand that you really want to make, because then you'll be more passionate, more driven, and you'll just really want it to work. Because for me, honestly, I kept changing my brand. I was like, I don't like that. I went to black writing, white writing, pink writing. I did really colourful, not colourful. I went from amber jazz to white to black. Look, I can keep going. It goes endless. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, once you understand where you kind of want to go, then you can go with that. The one thing that I definitely say to start with, and these are all free things because you can use lots of platforms that are free, start with something, a color tone. So for instance, if you have an idea that you want your company to be, we'll say purple with sparkles, like a real witchy kind of spellbound type company, then find that purple you want. And if you go on places like Canva, if you go into, the color, there's like a color tab, and the color tab will give you the exact number of that. So every single time, make sure you use that number color and pop that in the background or on your cards or flyers, whatever you're going to use. Just try and always use that as your background drop, or like I said, in your flyers, your business cards, and so on, because that, for starters, is getting you recognized for color. And I don't know whether you know, but certain companies, like in Australia, for instance, one of our banks is called Westpac Bank, and they are like a red kind of color. Now, they don't just go and choose any red. They got their red exactly matched. So if you're ever getting branding packaging, you need to tell them this is the exact code number and so on I want. And that means you may need to pay a little bit extra for packaging, because there is different sort of packaging. Some where they just print what you say, others where it just means it's a bit more high tech, where they have to get the exact color tone so that everything matches, and so on. But that's the start for the branding. Like I said, is your colors. Then, of course, text. Make sure all your text is the same. So you might have your headings all in, for instance, we'll say script, and then underneath that, it might be all New Times Roman, which is your basic, the ingredients and so on that need to be more clear for people to be able to read. So that's something, talking about that. And we all know that there's many big companies such as Lush that, they have the blackboards. So when people see that, they can smell Lush a mile away, they see their vibe, and you just know that what that company is. It's the same as many other big sporting companies. You just know what their vibe is. So find your vibe. I know that sounds silly and I know it's not technical, but seriously, find your vibe. Because once you know what that is, like I said, you have a bit of direction and you can go from there. So as you can see with mine, like I said, it's pink and florally. Now, if I all of a sudden decided to put this bold blue with big stars on it, I've sort of lost my brand a bit. And then people are like, why is she doing that? That's really random. And they really can't understand that. So the thing with branding too is, look, you can make lots of things. And as somebody said to me the other day, you can have your branding that looks like a hobbyist. But if you want to be professional, you really need to zone in and get that vibe, know where you're going, because that's how you look professional. Also, a hobbyist, when you're talking about hobbyist as well, really it's like lots of us, we make things, you might sell it at the market, it looks beautiful, but it doesn't have that, professional packaging. It's more like something you've made yourself or stuck yourself, which is fine. I did that for many years. I am looking into packaging now, but it's very expensive. So start like that. So to me, you start as a hobbyist making it, then you get better and better on programs like Canva where you can make things. Then after that, you can design something on Canva and give that to a graphic artist and say, this is what I want on my packaging. How can I do this? What's the cost? And how can I start on a small cost? So that's a little bit about what you can actually do. And that's, like I said, all a part of, your branding. So I guess I just wanted to come on here just to talk to everybody about, how you can actually do your sort of branding for yourself. So for me, like I said, something that's free for me to do is literally, I just get items in my house. I paint them pink. Like, honestly, I paint them pink. So even, I have little teacups that are pink, jugs that are pink. They're just cheap sort of things. Like my little pumpkins. This is my Halloween ones. Now, these are pink. I painted them pink. They're just paper mache for $6. But it's going to go with my theme. And then that is my branding starting to build itself as you go along. And hopefully you can see from when I started to how I am now. So to how my brand really has grown quite well. And now it's really kind of recognized for these sort of colors. And I guess that's what I kind of want everyone to think about when you think of branding. What does branding mean to you? What are you trying to sell? Are you trying to do this for a long-term business? Do you want your business to be really big, or do you just want to earn some money on the side? If you just want to earn money on the side, I say get your branding right and do the stickers and everything yourself. If you want it to be super professional, where you want it to be in stores or you want your own shop, I definitely say get packaging and learn the branding side. And there's many videos online. So do check that out. Or you could even hire somebody to help you with your website. So House of Cart, I actually did interview them, and they will be at the conference this year. But you could get somebody like that and say to them, I don't know what to do with branding, but this is what I want. And they will help you, because they help to develop Shopify sites, and they can help you. And then from there, you'll see your vision come to life. And then you can kind of go, okay, I've got my vision. Now this is what I want. So for starters, work on, like I said, your color, work on your text, work on your vibe. Vibe is really important. I know it sounds like a silly word, but it's your vibe. If you don't believe in it, you're never going to sell what you don't believe in. So I definitely suggest that you definitely find your vibe and find exactly what you want, how you want it to look. And there's no right or no wrong. And don't let anyone talk you out of it. Because as I said at the start, I was so talked out of my business and my whole vibe of what I wanted. So I hope today, just giving you those few little tricks on, a couple of things that you could actually do yourself, like make your business cards all look the same. And if, for instance, you're going to make you know, like you've seen, like my little ice creams in front of me. These are just soap. So if you're going to make something like this, try and make a box that it can go in. It looks more professional than just wrapping them up in plastic. And that's the thing, everyone. We all start with like, you know, shrink wrap, or I started with the shrink bags. And then as you get better and better, then you might go to boxes. You might go to tissue wrap first. And, you know, or you might wrap it in paper. And so there's so many different things that you can do along the way. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I mean, look, if you want your company pink, I would not be making every single product pink. As you can see behind me, there's many other colours as well. But the pink needs to be your vibe, or the purple or the black. It needs to be your main vibe behind things, if that makes sense. So I definitely suggest you go onto some people's websites as well, and just go and have a look on how they've done it, and you'll go, that is so clever. And that will give you ideas of how you can start to get your brand really noticed. So have fun, love your brand, don't let anyone talk you out of it, and do remember that branding takes time. It doesn't happen in 1 minute. It takes years for companies to get a brand off the ground and going. So have an amazing day, lovelies, and I will see you very soon. Bye.